So today I am talking to you about this whole slow burn and, one aspect of it, okay? I have a client of mine that she said, "Oh my gosh, I met this guy. He's such a nice guy, like super good guy, and he's cute and everything." And they went on a date and it was really nice, but she didn't feel like a romantic connection. And so this is where I am very much about, be intentional, heart on your sleeve. Make sure that you're just really being curious about somebody and, trying to see if there's an emotional connection and not even trying, like really being present and having fun with it, right? Um, but like that chemistry cannot be forced. It really isn't. But sometimes it takes time to get to that moment. And like specifically, I'm going to tell you this. On my first date with Will, you know, I felt like, okay, he's a cute guy. We were talking, and, mind you, we've been married for 17 years, right? But this is timeless. Like, this advice is gold, and I want you to hear this, okay? Because, like, the first hour, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is really nice. Now, my whole method, okay, and if you're just joining Jackie Lore, I'm a love and dating coach. I do this. I created this proven dating method that worked for me and it works for my clients. And so it's just about being really intentional and clear about what you want, knowing your worth, and just navigating conversations with clear intention that you're being curious and trying to see if you're aligned. Okay. And so, like, that's truly what I did on my date with Will. Now, no one had ever lasted for more than an hour, right? And so Will was the first guy that lasted an hour. That being said, in that hour, did I feel like, oh my God, like I totally want to make out with this guy? I want to have sex with this guy? No. Like I was like, oh, this guy is so sweet and he's nice and we're having fun and it's laughing. Like I didn't think about, that kind of chemistry and like kissing until like probably like the fifth hour. Like that first date went 10 hours, so it was like a long date obviously, but like that being considering that, when you go on a first date and it's like 1 to 3 hours, it's totally normal to not feel like, oh my God, I want to make out with this guy or kiss this guy. Like, because you don't want to kiss them doesn't mean, like, if you feel no interest in kissing them, it doesn't mean, oh my gosh, this isn't the right person. I feel like, I do think it's very confusing for a lot of people. You rush into the physical and you're like, oh, if I'm not wanting to have sex with them in the first hour, second hour, third hour, like that's not it. And that's really false, like so wrong. I can't tell you enough, like how that really can lead you down the path of, leading with the wrong thing. At the end of the day, I want you to lead with your heart. Right. And when you're leading with your heart and the emotional connection is there, the chemistry will come, but not always. And this is what happened to my client. So she went out on one date, thought he was a super nice guy, but wasn't feeling like that chemistry. And I said, that's really important, but it was only like a couple hours that first date. So like go on another date, right? But also when I was probing her and asking her, it really felt like that first date wasn't really emotional. Like it wasn't like under the surface. It was very surface conversations. It touched a little bit about things that mattered, like about their faith and things like that. But like didn't really go too deep. And so this is a different way to navigate conversations where, instead of fearing, oh my God, I don't want to, pry, I don't want to ask too much. I want you to like really dig in and be like, okay, if they talk about their religion, okay, wait, are you religious? What does that look like? Do you go to church? Like, is that aligned with your vision and what you want? And if you want kids, do they want kids? Ask them, is that something that you want? Like, really ask about these questions, right? And it's not like in an interview way. It's really about connecting and seeing, are you guys aligned, right? So she did that on the second date. She's like, okay, I'm going on the second date. Let me see if this allows for, it makes that chemistry. Maybe do I want to like really, connect on that romantic aspect. And guess what? It didn't happen. And like even though they had a great conversation, even though he's such a nice guy, she's like, oh my God, it just feels weird because he's such a great guy. Like, I feel like I should I should like him. I should like keep him around. And I'm like, yeah, but what's really going on? Like, what are some things that you would want? And at the end of the day, something that's really, really, really like always important to me and important to so many of the women that I work with, because you are a badass. You're secure in yourself. You're killing it and you're ambitious. Like, if you're on a date with a guy that's not on that same level, like that is not attractive. It's just not going to like get you to lean in. And so I think that was definitely the part that after we were talking about this, it was really discovered that this guy isn't 100% like really secure in himself. And, if a guy is insecure, like there's no judgment with that. Like truly, it's just like, okay, he's on his journey. He's like working towards whatever he's working on, whatever. But you don't have to sit along that ride and try to help him get to a place where he's secure and he knows blah blah his worth. Like we're not there for that. Like we're not. Like if Will was at that level, like I had dated a lot of guys already at that level that were like really insecure, and I was always helping them to reach their potential. And at the end of the day, it was draining me. It was exhausting. And guess what? They never reached their potential. It never happened. And so like this is where I'm like, we're not doing the build a man workshop, or we're like, oh my gosh, I see so much in him. And he's almost, I think he can get there, but no, like that's not attractive. It's not like one of the best things that I found in Will was like when I met him, he was accomplished. He had, his degree from MIT. Like, oh my God, he's smart. He has a job. He bought his apartment. Like he has his shit together. Like I really feel like that was attractive, and this is where I was on my list, like what I really wanted and what I felt I was bringing to the table as well. And this is, if you're in that space of you have your shit together, you worked really hard, you've done your inner work, and you're at that level, you want a partner that adds value to your life, not someone that's dragging you back. And so, yeah, he may be a nice guy. Does that mean he's your guy? No. My. Truly, you do not need to be like scarcity mindset and oh my God, it's just like it's just so hard out there. He's a nice guy. That's like bare minimum. Honestly, it's bare minimum. Like I'm all about abundance. I'm all about ask the universe will deliver. And so if you have worked so hard on yourself and you've gone to a space of I'm killing it, who's going to come along this ride with me, then I want you to have space to receive that. And the guy who's just nice, bless him. But if he's not like super secure in himself and he is not so confident in himself, and if he doesn't have that energy where he's like, yes, like this is where I'm at, and he's celebrating you and he's celebrating himself and you guys are going to do life together. If that's not the vibe, bang. And don't feel bad about it. I cannot tell you enough. Like, let me know if this is resonating with you. I really want to hear from you. And Instagram, the Jackie Lore. I love hearing from you guys. And on YouTube, you can drop a comment on it directly below. Make sure you subscribe and make sure to leave a review on Spotify or Apple. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, it has to be crazy love or nothing. Until next time.